Good afternoon and welcome back. It's Uncle Phil, and you guys know what time it is. I do this every week. It's a weekly recap. Go where Uncle Phil was right, where Uncle Phil was wrong. Just a fair warning, this week's going to be really obnoxious because I was really right a lot this past weekend. So those people who are trolling, you're really going to hate this because I was really right. Let's get to it. Before we get to it, guys, please follow on social media. Thanks for all that you do. If you're not following me, please follow me on YouTube. Always comment. Appreciate that. Try to respond to those when I can, good or bad. And then also for those that are interested in a notebook where I've been really right, go to UnclePhil'sLocks.com. Uncle Phil was right, guys. Let me just go ahead and be really obnoxious again. I went 4-3 on my college picks, and then I went 10-1 on my NFL picks, and I posted both. And guys, I know that some people like to come in and go, you went 4-3, what's the big deal? You realize those people who comment like that don't know what they're talking about. Only 1% of the world's gamblers actually win on a weekend. I'm part of that 1%. That means 99% lose, and you know that's what we try to avoid, and we always celebrate wins around here, so we do that. But let's go to where, and so again, if you're part of the 1%, you're elite in the world's gamblers. I'm there, I've always been there, something I'm good at. And let's go to NFL, where I just had an out-of-body experience and went 10-1. Guys, it was insane. We had a good time. It was a blast. Really hoping for a clean sweep. Didn't happen, but my gosh, 10-1, just absolutely crushed it. It was unbelievable. We had an amazing weekend, and guys, thank you again for all those who followed on my notebook, who bought my notebook. Guys, you helped me do this day after day, week after week. What I do for what I love is for fun, and I really appreciate it. Tons of people buy it, and I'm grateful for each one of you. Uncle Phil was wrong. Guys, I chose Cincinnati to win against, or actually cover 4, because I teased them down part of half of the teaser against the Eagles. But of course, Cincinnati, it's just an abject failure, an organizational failure, because what they do, they did not win, they didn't cover, they got blown out. It is complete organizational failure. They've sold off all their pieces in the offseason. They left basically with Joe Burrow with nothing, and it's a shame because Joe Burrow's a Hall of Fame quarterback, probably deserves to win a Super Bowl one day. I doubt he ever wins one at Cincinnati, and it's because of the organization. I know he's loyal to Cincinnati, he's loyal to Ohio because he grew up there, but man, I really wish he'd go somewhere and win a title at the end of his career, very similar to what Matt Stafford did. Hopefully he'll get religion one day and do that. Where Uncle Phil was right. Guys, my public picks have just been on fire for NFL. My past 24 picks, I'm 18-6 in the NFL, just absolutely crushing it. Again, that's elite. Anything above 56% is quit your job and you can be a handicapper. You can do this professionally and do that. Again, that's 75% that I'm doing it. Guys, congratulations for all those who's followed and tailed, and for all the money you made. Congratulations. Where Uncle Phil was wrong. Guys, I took Missouri as one of my teams to bet on this past week against Alabama. I know you're like, Uncle Phil, that's one pick. Why are you choosing that one? Well, it's because I broke one of my rules. One of my rules was is that you never bet on a quarterback or a team that has a quarterback who's questionable due to injury and actually plays. Look, he came in and played first quarter, but again, after that first quarter, he went out because of his injury, and the backup quarterback came in who was horrendous, immediately threw 3 interceptions. Alabama turned those into touchdowns. The route was on, team was deflated. It was over before it even began at that point. Uncle Phil was really wrong. Again, Uncle Phil was right. I picked Cleveland as my upset special on Sunday. Cleveland not only covered, but they won. I bet them personally to cover on the money line. I just knew it was going to happen. People came on social media, said, oh, don't do that. That's terrible. That's a stupid pick. And of course, they were quiet as Little Mice after the game because, of course, they won outright. Look, it was easy for me. Cleveland's a playoff team. They just been missing the one piece in a quarterback. And Jameis Winston provided that spark. They've got a playoff defense. world-class defense, and they've got a good enough offense to be in the playoffs. But unfortunately, just that. Baltimore was banged up on the back end, had a couple injuries in the secondary, key injuries, you know, and Cleveland's defense was built to stop the run. That's what Baltimore's offense is predicated on. So again, that's where I was really right. Welcome back, Jameis Winston, and it's good to have you back in the NFL. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you this weekend for my college and NFL picks on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll have the notebook as well. Guys, as always, have a great day, have a great week, and let's roll.